Good morning, everybody. Oh, happy Tuesday. Maybe I'm like a minute shy of 10:30, but I wanted to come on a little early so I can enjoy my coffee with you guys. What are you having this morning? Hi. So this morning I am having blonde roast iced coffee with a little sugar-free hazelnut creamer. I don't even know, but it's really good. Hi guys, good morning. So I've been up since like 7ish, even before 7. My day has already gotten started. I've already done training. I've already worked out, so I moved my body. Trader Joe's dark roast with oat milk. Okay, I think I have to get on the oat milk bus. I gotta try that. What else is everybody drinking? Lots of home brewed iced coffee. I love that, Haley. I love iced coffee, especially down here. Wishing it was Starbucks. I know, dark roast, Sumatra from Starbucks Coffee. Love your shirt, thank you. Training. It was a training, a sales training, not anything aesthetic related. So anyway, today I have two things that I really want to talk to you about. First and foremost, we're going to talk about the product of the week. Someone said seltzer. I love a good seltzer, don't get me wrong. So we're going to talk about our products today, and the product of the week is from OBAGI. It's the OBAGI Elastoderm Eye Cream. Okay, and I think I spoke about this last week. This is part of my skincare, part of my routine. I love this eye cream. Ooh, I love the color of it. It almost matches my shirt. And I love it because it's a really light formulation, you guys, that you can put even up to the top of your lid to help strengthen the brow, to, you know, try to get a little bit more firmness of the upper eyelid. So you would use it on your bottom lid here, and then you would just very gently, and you always want to use your pointer or even your index finger, I would say, to really kind of tap it. Okay, and you would do this on both sides, and it's such a light formulation that you could use this in the morning and at nighttime. So some people are like, do I just use an eye cream in the morning? Do I use it at night? So ideally you would use this twice a day. You would use this morning and night. So a light formulation helps reduce fine lines, helps reduce wrinkles, helps reduce puffiness. It helps to strengthen and tighten the skin around the eye. Really helps with hydration. I know this is so many of you guys love this OBAGI eye cream, the Elastoderm eye cream. It's a favorite for many. So and like I said, it helps to support that upper eyelid. So don't forget, I have makeup on, so I didn't put it up there, so don't forget to put it up here to help strengthen and support that upper lid. So that's really important. And it's very soothing. Like when I put it on right now, like it feels like very calming and very soothing. So that's Elastoderm eye cream. I'm really not talking a whole lot on products today because there is something that I do want to talk about that's a little bit more important. But just to finish up, so yes, somebody posted, if you spend $100 on OBAGI products, so if you call us after this, if you call us today, this week, whatever, and spend $100 on OBAGI products, and I'm going to quickly go through some of mine that I'm using right now. Hi. Then you're going to be entered to win something super special. So let's talk about some more more OBAGI products. So like I just said, the OBAGI Elastoderm eye cream. Something else, if you guys watched my skincare routine, it's on IGTV if you missed it. But if you saw it, I spoke about the OBAGI Nuderm cleanser and the OBAGI toner. Okay, so these two together are part of my daily skincare routine. The cleanser is super gentle, okay, and the toner as well, and it's not drying and it's not irritating. So what we said was that you wanted a cleanser to really help get rid of dirt and oils without drying your skin out, which is what you're going to get with this OBAGI cleanser. And then you're going to use the toner afterwards to help balance your pH, to help neutralize the skin. And I use this on a cotton ball or something else. Oh, thank you, you're so sweet. And I really do love this non-drying toner. So cleanser in the morning and at nighttime, toner in the morning and at nighttime. So those are two great products. And if you, like I said, if you purchase Obagi products of $100 or more, you're going to be entered to win our giveaway. And we have, I think 6 or 8 that we're going to be giving away. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So 3 products that you can go to. So you have your face wash in the morning, and at nighttime. So the foaming gel cleanser, non-drying, non-irritating. It really does help get rid of impurities on the skin. It helps remove dirt and oils. Then you're going to follow up with the toner, okay, the Obagi toner. Great to help neutralize the skin's pH, help to balance the skin out. It's alcohol-free, and this could be used in your daily skincare routine. Then you're going to use the Obagi Elastoderm Eye Cream. Okay, so let me just show you guys the eye cream again. So I love the color, okay? Yes, people love to use it with their Clarisonic also. I don't have a Clarisonic, but I do love it. And everyone does say that when they start using the Obagi kit, and like I've even used it, when they start using Obagi as part of their skincare routine, they see an improvement almost immediately. And it's really because you're getting rid of all the impurities, you're getting rid of the dead skin cells, it's helping repair the skin as you're using it. So it's really great for people, and this is something that I was really going to touch upon on Thursday, but it's really great for people that are looking to start something, like if they're looking to get laser treatment, or if they have sunspots, or if they have issues that they're like acne or things like that. We always say you start with Obagi, you start with this first, you start with this kit or these products first, if you will. Another great product that I absolutely love is the vitamin C. It's like the Microderm Polish Mask, okay? I will tell you that this smells literally like oranges, and it makes sense because it has 30% vitamin C in here, you guys, 30%. And it is a mask, and you can see that it has this gritty texture. So this is only to be used like 2 to 3 times a week because it has properties to really polish the skin and brighten the skin. So if you have, like if you're looking for something that you're like, okay, so my skin looks dull, haven't been able to go anywhere, I haven't been able to get my facial, haven't been able to get a hydrofacial, haven't been able to do whatever, this definitely should be part of your purchase and part of your regimen. Sorry, I'm like trying to get this. It dramatically, like instantly brightens your skin. Maybe that's why my skin looks so great, you guys, because I use this. But it really does brighten and polish the skin. It only needs to be used like 2 to 3 times. It comes with this cute little spatula. So you put it on here, and then what you do, it's a polishing mask. So you want to really kind of scrub it gently into the skin and let it sit and sit for about 15 minutes before you wash off. Somebody asked if they could use it their Obagi system. Again, everyone has a different skin type and has like a different, somebody said they could use it on their hands too, totally. You could use it on your chest, you could use it on your hands. Somebody asked if they could use it with their Obagi kit. My only thing that I will say is that, you know, sometimes if you're using the whole Obagi kit, so some people are like, what's the whole Obagi kit? The Obagi kit, there's prescription hydroquinone and prescription hydroquinone and prescription tretinoin, or like a retin-A derivative. And so if you're using that whole kit and then you have this, okay, you may find that it may not be, but it could be a little irritating. So I would offset, this is just my opinion, I would offset it and try this maybe on its own, see how your skin does. And if you feel like it's tolerable, you can try using this maybe once or twice a week with your Obagi kit. However, like I said, that's my opinion. So I'm showing you all this because when, like I said, you purchase any of the Obagi products that I spoke about, this, I think everybody is going to run and order because we all need some brightening, some just refreshing of the skin, and this is a great at-home way to do so. So I would certainly say when you purchase any of our OBAGI products that are $100 or more, you're going to be entered to win. Now, are you ready for this? Because I really love this. When I heard that we were doing this as part of the giveaway, I want this. Because it's travel size and it comes with pretty much everything that I just spoke about right here. Okay, so it's the OBAGI bundle, and it's going to come with a gentle cleanser, which is this one. Okay, it's going to come with the toner right here. And it's going to come with samples, you guys. It's going to come with samples of the eye cream. So small little packet samples, okay? And then a small size of the Professional C mask. So this is like $100 value. So when you purchase products of OBAGI that are $100 or more, you're going to be entered to win this, okay? So if I were you, I probably would get all 4 of them, okay? I would get, because you need your cleanser in the morning, you need your toner afterwards to help balance out the pH and to help neutralize the skin. Then you're going to certainly need this eye cream. I mean, everybody is obsessed with the eye cream, and I could see why, because it's super lightweight with its formulation, and it is able to be used twice a day, morning and night. And also it's super lightweight that you could use on the top to help really strengthen that brow. Everyone always complains about, what do I do about here? And some eye creams you can't use up here, and this one you can. And this, so I'm obsessed. All right, so here we have 4 great products. And like I said, if you purchase OBAGI products this week, $100 or more, here you would be entered to win this. Somebody said, how can I set up a one-on-one virtual appointment with you? Send us a DM, Allie, send us a message, and we will set up a virtual consult. So that's how you can set up a virtual appointment with me. Send us a DM here, and then we'll get in touch so we can set up a virtual appointment with you. All right, so that's just a little bit about the OBAGI, and on Thursday we're really going to get into some of the other, really get into a little bit more with it, and the offer will still be valid. But what I want to talk to you guys about now is kind of touching upon what Dr. Allenby said yesterday. Dr. Allenby yesterday had a great live. She was talking about really self-care, self-love, and she did touch upon a little bit with what's going on with the coronavirus. So I think that self-care, especially right now, is very important. Self-care is not just about coming in and getting Botox and fillers and, having, things like that, beauty things like that. It's also about taking care of yourself. And I think a lot of people right now, it's like Groundhog Day for many. It's the same thing over and over again, and there's such a level of uncertainty that, you have to continue doing things to kind of, in a way, strengthen and keep your mind active and, really try to take this time to figure out how you're going to overcome this, right? And a lot of us had a lot of the people, like the comments, a lot of people had some great thoughts. They were working out, they were journaling, they were cooking, they were meditating, they were reading. So I think we're always so caught up in our day-to-day that when we have to sit back and kind of have nothing on our hands but time, it's hard for many to kind of focus and kind of channel in on what to do next, especially with, like I said, such a level of uncertainty right now. The only thing that we can do is really improve ourselves and our self-care. So it's not just about beauty. And so some of the things like I'm doing is what was mentioned, I'm reading more, I'm, doing more trainings on how I can become a better injector and how I can be, a better professional and a better friend and a better wife and a better, like all these things to help strengthen what I truly believe in, like within my core and who I am as a person. And some other things is like, I honestly can say, and I'm so proud of myself for saying this, that with a few days, maybe about out of this whole time, maybe 4 to 5 days, I've worked out pretty much every single day, or I've gone for a bike ride more than like I've rode my bike, you know, from just crazy, you know, and I've gotten out and moved my body. So I'm really proud of that, because I think waking up in the morning and really starting your day with a plan and starting your day with some sort of movement for your body, yoga virtually, lifting weights virtually, going for a walk, it really does set the tone for your whole day. So that's kind of what I've been up to. I love to read. I'm like a huge, and I love to listen to podcasts. And so I try to do like an hour of self-care / personal development podcasts a day. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because there's a lot that, being from New York, I have a lot of friends and a lot of family members that have been affected by the coronavirus. It is something that, you know, we are so blessed that we get to live down here in Florida. It's beautiful. We wake up, there's palm trees. We wake up and there's, you know, granted, it's humid. I can't believe how humid it is for April already, but the weather is gorgeous. And that just there sets the tone for, you know, having a better outlook on your day. So I'm from New York, literally for 32 years, grew up there, lived there, had a practice that I worked in there, have a ton of friends, have colleagues that are in medicine, whether they're physicians or physician assistants or nurse practitioners or nurses, and they're extremely affected. You know, if I was home right now, my own husband would be working in one of the hospitals that is extremely affected by the coronavirus. And luckily, you know, we're seeing numbers decrease each day. And we have to say that we're thankful for it because people are doing their job. They're staying inside. They're not, you know, they're listening to the social distancing. But this virus can affect not just the elderly. We're finding that it has affected many. And I'm going to kind of share with you a little bit. So, I lived on Long Island. I lived in a really beautiful neighborhood, beautiful area. My husband worked in a hospital there. He was there for 10 years. If we were still living home back in New York, I don't know what our reality would look like. God forbid my husband or people that he's around, people that us being around our parents or his parents could have been affected majorly. But the other thing is that, and we're so blessed that like that didn't happen, but there are several people that I know that were extremely affected. One being my dad's best friend who was on a ventilator, who was intubated, who was in the hospital for over 2 weeks. And it's kind of, I'll use the word humbling because, you know, my dad especially, like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, maybe you think it can't happen to me, or it only happens to people that are really old, or it only happens to people that are sick or have like, you know, diabetes or all these things. And my dad's 61, my dad's friend is 60. They're not old by any means. And he was around somebody that wasn't sick, and he, within a matter of a few days, was really, really, really ill, very, very sick. So luckily he is now home. This was about 3 weeks ago. He's now home, but the problem is that it can affect anybody in the sense that he really does need to take it easy. His body was under such pressure from this and such stress that now he has to learn how to do daily functions, like kind of be able to get back his strength back to walk without assistance or talk or eat. You know, it's crazy. It's so crazy. So there's somebody that is like in his 60s, super healthy. Okay. And then the other thing that I want to touch upon is all of the medical workers, and he's retired. He doesn't work. So he got it from somebody. But all of the healthcare workers, all of my friends that work in hospitals, urgent care centers, one of my really good friends that I've known since I was a freshman in college, okay, back to 2006. We've been friends since I met her. She was my bio lab partner. We went to college together. We went to PA school together. She's originally from Connecticut. She went to PA school with me. And she works in urgent care down on Long Island, and she's pregnant and she's working through all of this, you know? And the scary part is that a lot of these places had limited resources with the PPE, the personal protective wear. And, you know, luckily so many people have donated. I've donated, you know, to one of my friends is actually making making masks, and she's making shields. And she is, you know, I donated, like, Joe and I donated money so that she could buy all the supplies and stuff. But, you know, this is her job. You know, she's a PA and works in the front line, and she can't just call out of work. So, and she's pregnant. So it's like, you know, you have to see that this is, I'm sure we all know this, but it is definitely affecting people, not just from them being sick, but it's affecting them in the way that they're doing their jobs. And then one of my really good dear friends, and not just healthcare workers, we have to also think of, you know, the ones that protect us. You know, my really good friend that I used to work with, her fiance, 28 years old, police officer in the city, has been home for 2 weeks now, self-quarantined because he tested positive for the virus. And, you know, even down here in Florida, like the news, like there's been plenty of young people that are in, you know, the front lines as police officers or, you know, first responders, things like that, who have been affected. Some of them, their lives have been taken. And so somebody commented, like, we need to figure out why. I think, you know, we may never know why this happens. Dr. Allenby, you know, her specialty is microbiology, and I find that so fascinating because, you know, it's a field that people don't really think of or know of. I was talking to somebody the other day, it actually was my sister, and we were talking about, I don't know why, but we were talking about somebody that we know being a pathologist. And she's like, what do like they do all day? And I'm like, they literally sit there and they look at slides and they look at things and they know how they know how, you know, what's good, what's bad. And then from like a microbiology standpoint, you know, just to touch upon what Dr. Allenby said, like, we do see these things every few generations. But I think what's so like mind-boggling too is that, to me, it's like I think of like, we live in an area, in a country that is so innovative, right? Like, we're so used to like having everything at our fingertips, and, you know, like, we would never, I don't know, to me, would never think that we wouldn't have the ability to be prepared for something like this, or have the ability to figure this out. And I think that sometimes it just takes time, and I think that's why it is important to let the experts do what they are trained and what they are there to do. We need to follow their guidelines. We need to follow what's going on. You know, the news for some people is just like, you know, it's just too much information. So take it day by day and focus on yourself. You know, I could go on and on about people that I know from back home that are sick, that were sick, you know, and that's just kind of pouring into, I don't want it to be negative, but it's like, you know, be grateful that you're healthy, be grateful that, you know, you're doing what you need to do to try to flatten the curve. You know, I went to the supermarket the other day, and like, you know, people are starting to wear masks, you know, like, is that going to be our new normal? Is that going to be our new normal? It may be. And then I get to walk around with a really cute Louis Vuitton mask, or I don't know, I'm joking. But you know, like, it may be the new normal, or is that, you know, it's kind of like, I think back, and it's so weird that Dr. Allenby brought up 9/11. I think back to like where I was that day, right? I was in 8th grade, and I was really fortunate that growing up, I used to get to travel to Europe a lot, back and forth, with my grandparents. And like, I think of like how we used to travel, and like what used to go on, how like there was like barely any security or anything. And to think that is like so crazy, right? Like now it's like, oh, you know, there's so much security traveling. Who would have thought that years ago it was not like that? And I think what's going to come out of this is that we're just going to have a little bit more awareness when it comes to healthcare. I don't know, maybe people are going to start to realize that self-care ties along with, you know, having more time to themselves, and it not always being about the hustle and bustle, and spending more time with their families. I know that my dad, like the one thing that my dad keeps saying is that this is great for the family unit. And I'm like, I don't know, Dad, what he means, but I do know what he means, because it's getting people back to basics. They have to spend time together. They have to eat dinner together. They have to, you know, if you live with your family, you know, they have to be with one another. You know, my sister lives in New York. My sister lives in New York City. My sister lives literally in the city where it's very, very bad. And she got on a plane literally March like 5th, like before all of this. Her job started to say, no, like we're probably going to start implementing working from home. We're going to start working from home very soon. And my parents were like, come down here because I don't want you in this city by yourself. I don't live there anymore. So she had nobody to go to. And she's been down here since. But I bring this up because her new level of normal now is going back to New York is going to be so different. But my parents have been able to spend like 6 weeks now with her, and they're grateful for just being able to have dinner together, or being able to, you know, have coffee in the morning together, or being able to share, you know, being together with the 3 of them for Easter, you know, them having dinner, the 3 of them together. So I think that, you know, there's a couple of different ways that you can look at it. You know, but everybody does a part with this. Everybody does a part with this virus. Sometimes, you know, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to say that I felt guilty, but, you know, like being in a field like this, being in dermatology or being in aesthetics, you know, like definitely not front line. You know, I don't work in an urgent care. I don't work, you know, at a hospital. And I still have a New York State license, just like I have a Florida license to practice medicine. And literally every day, 4 times a day, I was getting emails and text messages from the Department of Health up in New York that they were going to pay for me to fly up there and work, you know, because they were so needed in terms of like healthcare professionals. And we're probably going to see that, you know. I only have a few more minutes. I have a really good friend, a very, very good friend, who works in healthcare administration. And, you know, yeah, there's areas that are getting better, and that like that the virus load and like the count in the hospitals are getting better. But what they're gearing up for is, you know, you have to worry about the trend of what's happening with like, if they look at the flu, for instance, the flu peaks at one time of the year, and then it kind of flattens out, and then it peaks again. And we don't know if that's going to happen with the virus. And I'm not here to give you like expertise, because I don't have any expertise, but I can tell you that they have to worry about, administrators are now worrying about where this could be affected in other parts of the country. So this may be, it may not be, but it may be a norm for the next couple of months for other areas other than where it's already been. So I bring up the healthcare worker thing because, you know, you have to, you're not like, I'm not in the front lines, and there were areas when New York was really bad that they were searching and looking, because they needed to let the workers that were working kind of have a day to themselves and kind of rest. But, you know, it just wasn't feasible, you know, like it just wasn't feasible. So the only way that I could do my part, and if this was any way, shape, or form helpful to you, my point is that people of all ages are being affected. My friend's fiance, 28 years old, NYPD cop, I think it's like his second or third year on the job, literally home in quarantine for 2 weeks with fever, with cough, with chills, like the whole nine. My dad's friend, 61 years old, was severely sick from this. I'm sure you know of people also that have been affected. So, you know, self-care is important. If you feel like right now things are kind of like, and I'm just sitting around doing nothing, you are doing something. You're staying home, you're staying healthy, you're being, you know, supportive for other people around you. Take this time to really tune in to who you truly are. Read, you know, catch up on a hobby that you've been putting off. If you want to learn how to cook, learn how to cook. If you want to learn how to bake, learn how to bake. If you want to be more in tune with working out, go do that. And, you know, we'll all get through this. We're going to think back on it. I can already see the headlines now. 1 year since first coronavirus outbreak. And you know what? It's going to be something that we're just going to have to, you know, we're going to know and get through it, and that's it. So do your part. If you go to Publix or if you go anywhere, wear a mask, wear gloves, make sure that you're just doing not just go to the grocery store and come home. There's no reason for you to be going to Starbucks. I mean, I can't even believe that Starbucks is still open, but whatever. I saw a line around the store the other day. I'm like, just go, I don't know, don't go to Starbucks, and just stay safe, you guys, okay? And absolutely, we will certainly be there when things get back to some sort of reality and normal. And we're just gonna get through it together because we're strong and we just are going to do it. So Thursday, we're going to chat again about OBAGI. I'm going to share with you guys again more about my favorite OBAGI products. Remember, if you purchase $100 worth of product, you're going to get this awesome beauty bundle travel thing. I love this. It's like $100 value. It's so great. It comes with 4 like travel size products. And I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your Tuesday and be safe. All right. Bye, guys.